Hi, my name is Allison Muller, and I'm the Global Head of Marketing for Oracle Health Sciences. And I'm very pleased to have Rich Wolf, who is the Head of Pharmacovigilance Operations at CSL Behring, with me here today. Welcome, Rich.
Hey, Allison. Great to be here. Thanks very much.
When you think about artificial intelligence, I think, where we see it helping other industries is it gets rid of or eliminates the need for human involvement in some of the more administrative tasks, or things that are more task oriented, versus where you really need that mind, that pharmacovigilance mind, to focus on other things. Do you feel that this will shift a little bit of the type of work that the pharmacovigilance teams have to focus on?
We do. We think this is one of my priorities this year, is to start to define the PV professional of the future. And I think I'll take the chance here to say this can be a daunting and a scary topic for some PV professionals to hear discussed. It's our view in CSL that there's a certain core base of PV professionals that we need to retain in our company, so that we're able to pull back from one CRO and move to another one, so that we're able to explain to the regulators our process level of understanding and expertise and our product level of understanding and expertise. The difference I see in that professional of the future is someone who understands where robotics process automation or artificial intelligence or natural language processing has an application. And they then understand well enough this very important work of PV, but also understand how those tools can help us be more efficient and effective.
Now, the other, consideration is, how do the regulators feel? Do you have any sense of how the regulators feel about all these changes? Because, I think regulators by design have to be measured and conservative. And, so how are they, how do you feel they're handling all of this rapid change?
I think they're taking it quite well. Now, we haven't been through the inspection yet, but the way in which we're prepared to stand inspection is we tell them what the robot's going to do. We show them through our testing the robot does what it was supposed to do. We continue to have maintenance, oversight, ability to influence that. We don't lose control of the bots. And that part of it, I have high confidence, is going to move effectively through implementation across the industry. With regards to artificial intelligence, it's less certain to me. I know that they're talking about it. They tell us in conferences and things they'd like us to be advancing this. There are different concepts for how we can get to a place where an algorithm, for example, learns to a certain point, freezes. We can show exactly what's happening there, and then we continue to develop and learn. This kind of concept is being discussed actively at the conferences and wherever it can be. And we're being encouraged to move forward in this area of innovation, although very carefully and very thoughtfully.
Yeah, that's great. It's definitely going to take many parties working closely together to move the industry forward in this area. So, Rich, when you think about, you mentioned the trust, obviously, that you have in Oracle, who has obviously been in the space for a long time. What is that trust based on? What builds trust in a company providing a solution for a group like your team?
Part of it is that you're not building a solution, right? You have a solution that over time has demonstrated its ability to solve the problem. The problem being satisfy the Spanish and the French and the German and the Japanese regulatory requirements with our safety reporting. That's the hurdle, I think, for your competitors. Convince me you understand and are able to deliver as well as Oracle Argus does. And that's a hard one. That takes time for a competitor to build that trust. We in PV and safety, we have to be fairly critical. We have to be, assuming the worst in a lot of cases, hoping for the best for sure. But we have to be convinced that this is going to solve the problem, because we're sitting on some of the most important, we believe, some of the most important data in the company, and patients' lives are on the line here. And that's the way that most PV professionals operate. And so that's why you see such passion around, what system will satisfy those really demanding requirements.
What do you think could be the most impactful change or thing that might happen in your space?
Well, I do know there are those that believe that there's a way for a single central global database where all the safety information goes, and the regulators dip into it and get what they want, and it's simplified from our perspectives. And I don't mean to say that can't happen, and I certainly hope that it does happen. But for my view, and I'm glad you asked the question about timing, because this really, for me, is the central challenge for the PV ops executive. I need to manage the next 12 to 18 months, the Canadian regulation, the E2B reporting in Korea, the Chinese E2B expectation, the IND reporting through E2B. And I can't allow for my compliance to drop as I'm managing that in the short run. But I also know my CEO is expecting that I'm making a good strategic choice 3 to 5 years from now on what is the safety system that best fits for CSL, allows us to be operationally efficient, to grow, to maximize the capabilities that are coming with digital transformation. And that's hard. That's hard to get a group of really operational, technically strong folks to pull their heads up, think strategically. And that's why I've come back to, I think it's a buyer's market. I think that I think that Oracle and a couple of other key players have a chance here to really change the entire shape for the industry. Better user interface, more efficient processing, more standardized, structured, management of safety data and information, more deliberate distribution reporting to regulators around the world.